Let's talk about how the company is trying to demand that the workers are, of course, keeping up network usage, but also trying to keep them safe on your end. I mean, it's a really hard balance right now. How are you doing this?
Yeah, that's a great question, Hope. And I think you should first understand that at AT&T, we've been investing heavily in our network infrastructure for many years, and our network is performing incredibly well right now amidst this pandemic. And as you don't know, as you know, the network itself and the performance that we're generating and some of the stats that you cited here at the introduction, those things don't happen without our employees. And I like to think of it as our network of employees. And we've got roughly 90,000 of our employees who can perform their function and their tasks from their home that are doing so and have been doing so since last Monday. But we have about 100,000 frontline employees. These are our heroes. These are the individuals that are installing mission critical services into hospitals, and we're seeing increasing demand to support agencies like the CDC and FEMA across the nation and hospitals instituting temporary tent environments in order to support the demand. And our employees on the front line are out there serving those customers day in and day out. And we've taken provisions to ensure that their safety is first and foremost as our top priority. These technicians are also entering into customers' homes, installing critical and service repairs and broadband expansion for, as you well know, a lot of the communities are at home, working at home, and most of our younger community is trying to study from home. And so broadband demand is certainly up.
How do you monitor this, right? And keep, I guess, ahead of it? It's so hard for everybody to stay on top of the changes every day. The story changes minute by minute, hour by hour. As such a big company with a huge service you're providing for those of us who have the service here in the US, how do you make sure that you're doing what is needed before some of the demand spikes and, of course, some of the health concerns end up in changing what local officials are also authorizing?
Well, Hope, you know, AT&T has got over a 100-year history of being there when it matters most to communities. We've got a lot of experience in disaster environments such as hurricanes or fires. I mean, we practice this stuff, unfortunately, multiple times a year. And it's one of the reasons why the first responder, FirstNet Authority, the agency that has been commissioned to stand up the nation's premier FirstNet private network that provides priority and preemption to our first responders across the nation. It's one of the reasons why they chose us to build their network.